Oh my gosh, I'm ready for a drink. I don't know if anyone's even watching anymore, if everybody gave up. But we've had technology problems. Oh my goodness. Okay, I guess we can clean tag now. Look, if you waited, I guess we're going to be uploading this to YouTube tomorrow. So I need to get myself together. Hang on, I need to get a hold of myself. For those of you watching later, this didn't start at 10 o'clock. Hang on. I'm still thirsty. Okay. Welcome to Tack Chat. I'm Michelle.
I'm Adriana.
And we spent the last 15 minutes trying to figure out how to get live online in our new studio because we were so excited to have a new studio, and I was just thrilled. And it wasn't easy like it was last time, so here we are. Tack Chat, we're streaming live. Hopefully my mom's still watching. I have bridles to clean. We have a theme tonight. If you didn't join us last time and you were here and you don't know what you're watching, we're cleaning tack, we're drinking wine, we're hanging out, we're chatting. Tonight's theme is carriage horses. Horses and carriages. So if you're here live and you want to ask us a question about carriage horses, you can, because we know about carriage horses. Would you like to tell our audience more, Adriana?
I would love to. About.
Are you still working for carriage stores right now?
I am, yes. Not right now because it's wintertime and it's weekends only. But I still go down and visit because I love the horses.
Ponies.
But I'm
giant ponies. You're like half in the frame. Why?
Because it's a weird angle.
All right.
Anyway, I've been working there and various carriage companies for 16 years next month.
When did you start there? What year?
At Carriage Stores, 2003, I think. I
started at Historic 2004.
I was at Plantation in 2000.
Right, for those who don't know, they do, like downtown historic Savannah, they do the horse-drawn carriage stores, the giant horses, and they pull the tourists around, and they're like, oh, in 1733, Savannah was something, and the other, thing. And they do those carriage stores. And in the summertime when it gets really hot, and sometimes in the wintertime, at other times, there are animal rights groups that want to try to shut down the horse and carriage stores and stuff. But anyway, that's what Adriana and I have done off and on over the years. We've worked there's 4 different companies here in town, and I think you've worked for all of them?
I have not worked for Madison.
Okay.
But the other 3, yes.
Okay. Anyway, is there anyone asking questions?
No, I am the only viewer.
You are the only viewer? That means Scott needs to be viewing. This is Weasley's bridal. And I think it was somebody else's before that. Weasley gets all the hand-me-downs.
Well, hand-me-down bridal. Red hair. It's gotta be a Weasley.
He's so funny. He didn't get to work today. He got the day off. My spoiled little pony.
Sorry, I should have just come down. But
I know. He needed you to work.
I was gonna meet Katie out there because I was riding. I got on Dublin yesterday.
Okay.
I sent you that picture.
No.
I love him.
Cheap pieces.
And Katie said that I should come ride Paige. And I said, well, I'll be in Richmond Hill anyway. But she was working later, and then I texted you and I was like, I really love some barbecue. So I went to Mofo's Barbecue. For all of you in the Savannah area.
Okay, she texted me, I have to go to Mofo's or something. And I'm like,
mesmerized over fresh original barbecue. It opens on Monday.
Where is this?
It is 11 Bird Street, near the International Longshoremen's place. Anyway, they're open for breakfast and lunch. It's good barbecue.
Hang out, longshoremen.
I mean,
Hey. I don't think I'm going to drink as much wine as I did last time.
No? Oh, yeah.
I remember the ride home last time, y'all. Gosh. Part of the fun of last time, though, was the learning curve. Like, remember when we opened it up and there was the delay, and I, like, lost my mind because I was totally drunk, and I'm like, oh my God, it's delayed! I was so easily amused. Should I put nosebands back on these bridles?
I don't know. I like nosebands.
I don't know. I like the naked pony noses. I do. What was I doing? Oh, I need to.
Maybe?
Are you drinking enough?
Gonna have some more.
I know what I need. I need some warm soapy water to soak my bits in. Excuse me, I'm leaving Adriana alone. It's her favorite thing.
Yes, it's my favorite thing. So I'm going to shout out to Alice, who is a sponsor. She has left me with all this lovely tack cleaning stuff, some Ethics oil, and there's some hydrophane and some Passier Leader Balsam. I'm sure I butchered that pretty terribly.
Show off the products for the work people.
Okay, alright. So I showed you guys the FX. And we have the hydrophane. And I have both Passier Saddle Soap and Passier Balm. There's some other various stuff in here, sponges and mink oil.
I'm a mink oil.
Mink oil.
I use that on my boots. Fantastic. All right, I've got my soapy water. We take our bits.
Rebecca Nichols says, how did the show?
Yay! Hey, Rebecca, what's up? Rebecca comes and rides with us. This is a French link egg butt snapple. I just love egg butt. This is Weasley's bit. In the soapy water you go. All right. So yes, the carriage horses. First of all, y'all of course know that horses have been domesticated for thousands of years, right? Like for thousands of years, people have used horses to like ride them and pull things. And y'all, it's not like Black Beauty anymore. We're not like beating horses to death until they lose the will to live, you know?
No, that's really rude.
That's really rude. No, nowadays you can like train them with patience and treat and love.
I mean, you could do that back then too. They just, you know.
Nobody did that.
Nobody did it.
Nobody did that in Victorian times. No.
This is an example of when we learn better, we do better.
Right. Back in Victorian times, you broke a horse by breaking a horse. This brow band. I think my dad sent me this bridle. Dad!
Oh, Rebecca says, you see this Batman, it reminds her that Batman the horse just moved to Tennessee last week.
Yes, we were talking about that. Okay, that brings up an important point for real. People always say, we'll tell them that the horses love their jobs. Oh, the carriage horses love their jobs. And we get people who say, well, how do you know that horse loves his job? And first of all, I mean, how do you know your cat's happy to see you when you get home? How do you know your dog loves pepperoni? You know, they tell you certain ways. I mean, the carriage horses really enjoy the work that they do. And Batman, Rebecca bringing up Batman, there was a carriage horse here in town. If you've taken a tour here in the last 10 years, you know Batman. He was one of a team, Batman and Robin. And he just retired after more than 10 years of being on the streets in Savannah and pulling carriages. And he is now retired. He has taken a trailer up to Tennessee now, somewhere near Knoxville, right?
Yeah, I don't remember the exact county. Beautiful place. I've been out there. And if Heather is not watching.
She should be watching.
She should be
because
watching.
We are shouting out her new pony.
That's true.
So Batman has just gotten to retire, you know, to a big field. That's where they go when they're done with their jobs. But they also get retired when they don't like their jobs. Like you can tell when a horse doesn't like his job. they get difficult to handle. They get difficult to deal with altogether. They develop behavioral issues. When a horse clocks out from work, okay, when a 2,000-pound animal clocks out, you know, and so they find other jobs for them. One of them, that man gets retired. He's done. He's older. Paige, who's out at Chimney Field with all my unicorn and centaur horses. She's a retired carriage horse. She didn't want to be a carriage horse. Paige was like,
yeah, she was not into it.
right. So she got to retire, and now she like rides the trails with us, and I'm making her a unicorn horn. Don't tell Katie, it's a surprise.
Oh, hi, Alice.
Alice is here.
You missed our shout out.
Yay. Aw, Alice. Yes, we were thanking you for the lovely Tack product. By the way, I almost just dropped this glass of wine because there's saddle soap all over my fingers.
Oh no. Where's my wine?
That's important. It's over by your computer. Be careful.
Bad place for it.
I know. We've got cats in and out of the shot. Last time we had the dog Air, Adriana's dog. This time we've got my cats supervising the shot. They're kind of going in and out. And I heard a text. It's probably my mom. My mother.
Well, Scott says we sound very close.
Smart ass. Already. I'm not even lit. I'm not even lit. This is why it takes me an hour to do a bridal. It took me. Did you see my Instagram post the day after the last Tack Chat?
Oh, I didn't know.
On the last Tack Chat, we took like an hour. I took an entire hour to take apart, clean, oil, and put back together one bridle. And I was so proud of myself. The next day, I was totally drunk, and I did it, and it was perfect. And I got it to the barn, and I put it on, and the brow band was like upside down, so it was like this, and the nose band was attached to the wrong thing, so it was like sticking out wonky, and I was like, oh yeah, nailed it. Nailed it. So that's when I was like, maybe Tack Chat dreaming is maybe not the best idea.
Maybe not for bridles, maybe like saddles, you know?
Maybe.
I could oil saddles. Let's find out.
Yeah, let's find out.
Got the big girl glass of wine. The big girl
And
bottle.
I don't have a saddle to oil because all my saddles are synthetic. Or I think my trail saddle is leather, but it's like that cardboard kind of leather.
Well, you can still oil that and
I probably should.
make it better.
I probably should.
Because this is one of the old Norwood schooling saddles, and
Aww.
it's actually gotten a lot better.
Norwood. I think we're doing like, are we going to get a picture?
I'm gonna miss the picture
Friday or
because
Saturday or
I have to
something
be.
like that?
I work until 7:30 Friday,
Aww.
and I have to be on the rugby pitch at 11 a.m., which is when the picture's supposed to be
Norwood.
Saturday.
We're talking about Norwood Stables, which is where I got my Sunny boy. Was from Linda Brown. Shout out Linda, love you girl. Thank you for my baby. Sunny was a Norwood horse, and Norwood was a stable here in Savannah. They had a petting zoo, and they taught lessons, and there were all kinds of animals out there, including some salty alpacas.
So, oh man, I miss Ralph. Oh.
Anyway, the property that Norwood was on was bought, so they're putting something else there. They're like horses, and all the tears.
Never be done with horses,
I know, like
first of all.
the tears of all those little girls meant nothing to the people. They were like,
And all those big girls too.
and big girls. I know. We cried.
Oh yes, Alice says, can we talk about carriage horses in the street, extreme hot or cold?
Loki.
Hey,
hang on. Sit down, baby. You can't be up there. No, thank you.
And yeah, you're right. It is extremely misunderstood for non-equestrians, and even some kind of.
What is now? I was preoccupied.
I'm sorry. The carriage horses is extreme hot or cold.
First of all, extreme cold to us is not extreme cold to horses. Okay, they are fine with their winter coats and whatever without blankets until it's down like what, way below freezing.
Well, I mean, if you go up to, most of these horses come from Amish country, Ohio. Granted, they haven't been back there in a while.
Right.
They don't go on vacations up to Ohio, usually. But, they're turned out in the cold and the snow and the ice. Just that their horses got winter coats.
The heat, yeah, all right. The heat but still, they.
Well, we've taken precautions aside from.
But people, yes. First of all, there's ordinances in place that once it's a certain temperature or whatever, the horses are pulled off the streets, and the companies stay well within enforcement of that. What was I going to say? Oh Lord, I need to drink. The heat, yes, but people talk like walking around in the heat is abuse. Like, I walk around in the heat and it's not bad. And I know I'm not pulling a carriage, but have you seen my butt? I'm pulling around quite a bit. And it's not like, I mean, walking around is what horses do. Walking around all day long outside. I mean, the barn isn't air conditioned.
Yeah.
Like, when it's hot all summer. The horses are acclimated to the heat. Yes, they get hot, but we hose them down. We take their temperature. Listen to me, like I still work there. I don't work for a carriage company anymore, full disclosure. But I have over the years, since 2004. But yeah, the heat is not a big deal as people make it out to be. But once it gets to a certain point, yes, the horses are monitored because some take it better than others. Just like people, like me, it can be 100 degrees out, and I'm like, no, I'm going riding, I'm fine. But there are other people that are like, oh, it's 69 degrees and it's so hot, I can't. And horses are the same way. But again, the ones that aren't get retired.
Yeah, and we've got a couple horses that only work at night in the wintertime, or in the summertime rather.
Yes, they have that at Historic too.
Because the daytime, like, they can work, but it's just more comfortable for them to be working at night. And
that's the thing people don't understand too, is that each individual horse's individual needs are accounted for at these farms. Like, you can't make one blanket rule for all of the horses because each one of them is different, and the people that care for them honestly understand that and take that into account. Like, believe it or not, the people that own these companies know the horses' personalities and their likes and dislikes, and the horses are actually like members of the company.
Yeah.
They're co-workers, and they're treated as they're not treated like equipment. Like, you can have a whole conversation at one of these carriage companies about a horse's feelings and what it was doing that night, and the boss will just be like, yeah,
It's I think the most frustrating thing with what any of the time that the people get flared up and decide they're going to ban the carriage horses is they're not informed, and they're not going to take the time to be informed, take that time to have any sort of conversation with any one of us. They just stand back and scream abuse.
I wonder.
It's hurtful.
I wonder if, I know, the abuse, when you're like, you're so proud of this horse, like, you've fed it its breakfast, and you've groomed it, and bathed him, and you've hitched him up, and you made sure everything's great, and that he's in a good mood, and you guys are having fun, and you're enjoying the air, and then you round the corner, and somebody's like, abuse! They're like, are you kidding me? What is wrong with you? We're out for a walk. What is, like, I don't know. I must be having enough wine because I keep losing track of what I was saying. This is why we need Alice, you need to keep commenting and reminding me. Tell that crazy drunk lady she was talking about something. Loki is sitting on my notebook. Loki, what if we want to know what my notes are?
He's got notes.
But that's the feline war against literacy. Anytime there's like papers or a book or anything, they have to put their butts on it to make sure you're not reading. They don't want you illiterate.
I still appreciate their area healing spells that they cast.
Oh yes, with their purring. Kitties. I love kitties. Oh my God, there was a video somebody shared with me of, did you see a kid riding a little miniature horse, and there's a cat on the butt of the horse? Did you see it? Yes. I'm like, this child is living my dream life. I don't understand how this is possible. Like, I'm a woman with unicorns, and I'm watching this kid, and I'm jealous of this kid. I'm like, oh. What was I doing?
Cleaning tack and talking about carriage horses.
I know, and I said I was gonna like take it easy this time. Should we go over so we have a whole hour, or should we like cut it off at 11? Like, no, you're done. It's 11 o'clock and we're going to bed.
Alice said this is better than the State of the Union. Thank you.
It's the state of my union.
I'm not sure what face I made when I said abuse.
Yeah. Right. Well, you know what? The state of my union is good. I have ponies. I rode 2 horses today, y'all. Life is good.
Rebecca says, Michelle, the Jake slip and stay again.
Oh, the Jake incident from this. Yeah. I saw somebody say, well, okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. The incident happened when we had an unseasonable The incident happened when we had our extended period of snow and ice, and one of the carriage companies decided to send out a horse and carriage to see if it'd be all right. And to be honest, I probably would have done the same thing. I mean, what's the worst that could happen? He trips and falls down to his knees, which is exactly what happened. Jake, the horse, slipped on a patch of ice and he fell down. And you saw the picture, didn't you?
Yeah.
He looked so annoyed, didn't he?
Yeah.
If you know Jake, like I saw this picture of him and laughed. He's like laying down in the middle of Madison Square, like right in front of the cathedral, and the look on his face is like, you guys are doing it wrong. This horse, he likes his job and he likes doing it right. So if you do things that deviate a little bit from the norm, it upsets him a little bit. So I could tell that like laying down on the ground was like, he wasn't scared, he wasn't confused, he wasn't afraid. He was just like, we're doing it wrong. And he was mad about it. He was fine after that. Just like, I mean, you slip, you go to your knees and you come back up and you're fine. But I can understand how, if you don't know horses, the sight of a 2,000-pound animal lying down in the middle of the street has got to be a little bit alarming. Oh yeah, absolutely. But he was waiting there until somebody told him to get up. But now, what I was laughing about was, then there's people sharing things on Facebook, and they just recently passed a city ordinance in Savannah because of this incident that horses aren't allowed to work when it's below 35 degrees. And somebody commented on the Stone Stairs of Death post and said, they should call it Jake's Law, and I about died. Like, Jake's Law.
I'm gonna need another drink for that.
Oh, Jake's Law. No, the original post when somebody posted, there were so many people going, did he have to be put down? I don't mean to be laughing at people, y'all, that's ugly. I'm sorry, I'm being ugly right now. Like, did he have to be put down? It's almost like, I mean, do people ever walk their dogs and like when the dog trips and falls, do people go, oh my God, are you gonna have to put your dog down now? I'm so sorry. Like, animals trip and fall. And then they get back up and they keep walking.
I feel like I read something, there was one of the comments saying, you have to be shot like Ginger.
Shot like Ginger? Y'all do not Black Beauty, okay? It's just not. I know. And I'm laughing. It's funny when you're like, I don't know, it's such a non-issue, and when people scream and freak out about things, it's funny, but it's not.
And, it sucks when it happens. It sucks when a horse trips.
Yes,
it does. And
I've been there. Yeah. And it is alarming. You do get the rush of like, oh my God, but then everything's fine, and you're like, all right, that's all. Nobody needs to be dramatic anymore.
And usually it's the people that are more dramatic than the horses. Usually.
For real. Love that. I need to put more bits in there to sew. Jesus, wait, look. Oh, I have to take the things off. Oh, our Tax broke his bridle. Our Tax is so special. He's an Arabian. And it's just precious. But this is a trail bridle where the bridle part, it's like a halter that has a brow band, and then the bit and the reins snap onto the sides of the halter. And so I had just the halter part on, and we were doing a unicorn ride. And look at the pretty, like the rein covers, so you can be fancy when you're riding a unicorn. It was so wonderful. And then something spooked him, and I went like that, and he's so sensitive, and he just like with his head up, oh my God, popped the thing right off, and then he sat there and stared at me with those nostrils huge. Oh my God, what just happened? And this is bridle. I love this bridle. I got this bridle from Amy for $15, which this is more than a $15 bridle.
Yeah.
I want to like clean the bit. I'm just sad about it. When he broke it, I was like, my
Oh.
heart was like,
Did he
no.
break any place that it could be fixed at all?
No, because it was like no, it wasn't on like a seam or a piece that could be replaced, like one of these things. Of course not, no.
Yeah, I was gonna say I could take it up to Maryland next time. I can take it to my
No.
guy.
Well, I'm gonna oil all the pieces that are still like pieces.
Because he can replace like leather pieces. He can replace like sides of
I
holders.
still have it, and I love this stuff, so you'll see. I love this bridle. I just love it. Because you can have a bit and reins on, but still have a lead rope. So I use it for unicorn rides, so that I can lead people around. And you're not on, an 800-pound kite and a horse. Our Texas precious. Is someone chatting with us?
Alice of the Ginger Cat was a vegan fruit.
Yeah, I'm not hating on vegans either, y'all. There's one of my dearest little riding buddies at the barn. One of our unicorn and centaur herd members is vegan. I'm vegetarian. But okay, my people, y'all need to stop coming from a pony. Alright?
See, Rebecca said she's got tack that needs cleaning and she can borrow soap. Alice said a friend had a horse fall and die in the ice in our field last year because it's dangerous, but people misunderstand falls that horses fall and get up more.
Yeah, you know what?
Yeah.
I'm not saying that a horse will never. Horses can die just standing around. The horses can get themselves into jams and things can happen to them. They're very accident-prone creatures, but they're not made of glass. They're okay outside. They live outside. They're animals. Okay.
They're friends.
They're ponies.
And yes, Alice, we need Tack Chat guests.
Tack Chat guests. Oh, no, and this other, it's another French link, but this is a loose ring. The other was an egg butt. This is a loose ring. I like the look of the loose ring because it reminds me of the way I used to draw horses when I was a little girl. I would always draw the loose ring, snap a bit, bridle the nose ring.
That is.
I rode Western, but I always drew English tack.
Yeah.
Always. Anyway, what?
That is my favorite bit. That is like my go-to.
I know. Well, you're why I bought this. Exactly. I'm like, no, my trainer only uses a French line.
No, I don't only use that. I recognize that some horses need a little bit more to it.
I know. Horses are individuals. No, clearly I do not need it.
Okay, all right, you got this. You're a strong, independent centaur, and you don't need no unicorn.
You don't. I took some footage on the GoPro today. Oh my God, I forgot. I have to make sure I remember. I usually take a picture of this bridle before I take it apart.
Look, this side is already.
Yeah.
Well, fortunately, there's no backwards on this.
I know, right. But what I'm saying is I normally take a picture of this bridle before I take it apart so that I can refer back to the pictures when I'm putting it together. Because like a normal bridle, which is the headstall and the cheek pieces, cavesson, throat latch, reins, bit, whatever, I can do that in my sleep. Well, I can't do it drunk. If you watch Tack Chat, you know this. But no, I'm gonna have to like make a little pile of hardware. It's broken anyway. What do I even care? And I think I have pictures of it fixed. Right, we're gonna fix it. And don't throw tack away. Tack is expensive. Also, if you're not a horse person and you're tuned in, what are you doing while you're watching this? Are you like doing some sort of crazy chore? Like what's happening with you?
Just laughing at our dress.
Laughing at me. Okay. People have been laughing at my dress for a long time.
So Alice had she's in for a Tack Chat guest, and her favorite bit is a boucher. I believe I'm pronouncing that right.
A what?
A boucher. It's got
That sounds French. Alice.
I've actually never ridden in one. I don't think.
What is it? Is it like a snaffle? Is it got a shank on it? Is it?
I feel like it's.
To the Google machine. Wait.
It's almost. No, I know what it looks like, but it's hard to describe. It's almost a reverse shank. Like it's got pieces that come up, and then it's got. Yeah, you can Google it.
So how do you spell it? Boucher, like the French.
B-O-U.
Bouche, la bouche.
C-H-E-R.
Oh, is it B-A-U?
Bochet. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Bochet bit pronunciation.
Yes, tiny pull pressure action.
Oh, I've seen those. I just had no idea what they are. I don't know if anybody can see. Can we see this? No, we can't see that. Oh, no, I'm special. And I'm squinting because I don't have my glasses on because I'm so late.
There was a horse at Silverthorn was down here. There was a horse at Silverthorn that went and won.
There's another bit for the pile there. That beautiful bridle that Amy sold me. It was so wonderful. It looked so cool. I'm crying. Tears, crying tears. I wish I could afford like lots of beautiful tag. Wouldn't that be lovely?
Yes.
Me too. You can come ride my phone. Come ride Weasley. Weasley needs you. He's getting obese again. He needs riding. You can come ride with me. If you want to know what riding with Unicorn and Centaur is like, there's like a couple of videos, come ride with me videos. The last one I did was me telling the embarrassing story of figuring out how to work the GoPro camera.
I did not watch that one yet. I wanted to, but I haven't.
I decided to share that personal moment when I wanted to die. I'm not even going to tell you. I'm going to make you watch it. What is this? Is this the same saddle?
It is.
You're just going to oil it for an hour?
Yes, I'm going to oil it for an hour. It needs a lot of love. I have not. You know, as a lesson saddle, it did not get love.
Lesson saddles don't get love.
Lesson saddle, unless you're one of Jennifer's students, and Jennifer Helgren.
Shout out.
Who is? I don't think she's watching this.
We're gonna shout out anyway. We'll shout out who we want to shout out, whether they're watching or not. Do you hear me?
But yes, then her lesson saddles get love. But
yes.
Alice, this is my second glass of wine. Thank you. I'm not that far behind.
Also, I did my nails. Look, I'm so fancy.
Ooh, I like that color.
It's Liam. Because I only have teal nail polish and I wanted something besides teal.
Oh, it goes all with you though.
I have to figure out how to edit videos so we can edit out the boring parts like this, like me just sitting there going. This is my life. I'm 45 years old and I'm getting drunk for subs on YouTube. Hashtag living life. I'm living the dream. I'm living the dream of living life. What is this oil you're putting on it?
This is FX oil. Unless Alice put something else in here. Rosé leather oil.
Leather oil. Ooh. German. That's exciting.
Well, you know if it's German, it's got to be good.
Yeah. All right, I should be taking apart more bridles or oiling them or something. Excuse me, I am, oh my gosh, I'm just like looking down at the bottom and like my giant knees are at the bottom of the screen.
It's hydrophane, but it's in an FX container. It's hydrophane.
What is hydrophane?
Hydrophane is,
I can't know everything.
If you were here for when I was showcasing all of the little...
I wasn't, I was getting bit water.
So this is hydrophane.
But like, what is it?
Is
it an oil? Is it a...
It's a new thing. You know what? I'm just gonna not open this tonight.
Why? What does it smell like?
No, because I'm gonna spill it. Because wine.
Like last time when I spilled oil on your bread.
No, it was not on the rug. It was on things, towels.
Okay, then it was on towels. Whatever. Yes. All right, now I've got 2 bits in. That's good. I don't think I want to oil this right now. I'm just gonna put this to the side. This is not even a thing that's happening right now. All these leather straps. What kind of channel is this? Oh my gosh. All right, I do need to clean these reins though. I do like the new bridle on Sunny. He looks so handsome. My baby boo-boo.
Have you made him an eye patch yet?
I have not made him an eye patch. He needs it
He needs
though.
an eye patch.
He does need an eye patch. He's got his pirate saddle pad, but he does need his eye patch. The stitches are starting to come off on the edges now. My horse, for those who don't know, I have a one-eyed horse. He injured his eye a couple months ago, and we tried to save the eye, working with my vet. Countryside.
Shout out to Reese Myron.
Oh my gosh, I love my vet. What?
Dr. Myron.
Dr. Myron. I love my vet so much. And we worked so hard to save Sunny's eye, but we were unsuccessful, and he had to have it removed. So he now has one eye, and the stitches were supposed to, okay. I don't know if this was just like Thanksgiving. The stitches were like, Dr. Myron's like, oh, they'll come out in 3 weeks, no problem. Okay, so 3 weeks go by, and like they're still there, and they started to like separate from the eye socket, but they were still, did you see them? But they were like still attached in the middle. Loki.
Loki.
No, you're not allowed. He's like trying to put his butt on the computer. Are we still on the air? Yes, thank you.
Yes.
Despite the cat's best efforts. And again, I'm like lost what we were talking about.
Sunny's eye and the.
Oh yes, it was like pulling away.
Yeah.
So it's still attached, and it's only attached on either end. And when the vet came back out for something else to Chimney Field and saw him, he said that was normal, that did happen sometimes, and that it will still be attached at like both ends of it. But it looks so creepy. I've shared pics on the Instagrams. Again, follow us on Instagram if you're not. I post pics almost every day on Instagram. I need to do Twitter too. I keep thinking like I want to do Twitter like, but from the horse's perspective.
So Sunny.
Like today, I know. Like today, we went on the trail today, and we got chased by wiener dogs, Lucy and Ruby, the wiener dogs that live down the trail. And the last time I got chased by the wiener dogs, I was on Weasley, and Weasley was like, Sunny was like, he didn't even care. So these two wiener dogs come at us, and they're like, coming down the trail, and I stopped and turned back to look at them, and I was gonna dismount because Liam was with us, so he was like on foot, and I didn't want these little dogs to come at Liam. I didn't want Sunny to kick the dogs, so I start like I half dismounted. So but I didn't really want to get on the trail. If you don't know, if you're not a trail rider, if you get off your horse on the trail, it's a pain in the butt to get back on, especially when your horse is as tall as Sunny is. So I didn't want to get off of him. So I stopped with my leg over, and the dogs, when I was in that position, they like stopped. They were like, rah! And they like started backing up and everything. So I'm sitting there with my legs on one side of Sunny and my arms on the other side of Sunny, like a sack of potatoes. And he's just sitting there like, what are you doing? And finally, the people came in their golf cart to come get their little wiener dogs or whatever. And I got back on. I like, get back on him. So I didn't have to get all the way off. It's that moment where I'm like, ah. So yes, Sunny is unimpressed by wiener dogs. Ruby, Lucy, girls, come on! My horses don't like the dog. I forgot which end I started on. Did I watch the whole thing? Do I even know what I'm doing? I'm either going to have, like, if we keep doing this, I'm either going to have the cleanest tack ever or the greasiest tack ever. Like, or the randomest. Like, it'll have the driest spots on it, and then one is also really buttery. At least we're better lit this time. Look. You can see our faces. I'm saying it's very good. Do you have any more questions?
Good night, Alice.
Alice is going. Good night, Alice. We love you. I can't wait to meet you in person. You have to come. Right.
You know that?
No.
Oh.
No, I know her from all your Facebook posts or whatever. She was like, I want to come ride with you. And I'm like, who's that? Do we like her? You're like, yeah. Okay.
And Beck said she's downstairs digging through the bag of rattles, halters, and bits.
Aw.
Lost one again.
I know. Okay. I think that was one glass. Is that weird? Adriana has a ride home for anyone who's wondering.
Yeah. I'm not drinking the whole thing.
Yes, girl. I'm having trouble. Yeah, we are classy. Here, we haven't plugged the, that's a big glass. We have not plugged the glasses yet. And since I'm holding it all classy like.
Yeah.
Here we go, thumbnail pic. Excuse me, that was me. See, this is, okay, I need to figure out how to edit these so I can upload it again. I've already said this.
And take out the parts of us.
Yes, and take out the boring parts of us scored.
And the beginning parts where we're like, are we on? Are we on?
Right, are we on? Is it happening? Oh my gosh. My bits are soaking in the warm soapy water, and then I think I'm going to take an old toothbrush and still rub them. You're supposed to rinse your bits every time. Do we do that? Sometimes, like, if somebody's giving the horse a treat when he's got his bit in, then when you take it out, it's got, like, chunks of
Grass.
stuff, everything in it. And you're like, okay, I need to rinse that. But otherwise, I'm like, whatever. So wait, Loki is sitting on my carriage horse thing. Did I have anything else from the carriage horse thing I wanted to talk about?
So kind of.
I know he is. I had to get him off of my thing. Okay, horses work. They're domesticated. How do you know he likes it? Oh, how are they kept? Because people are like, well, why can't they be in the pasture or whatever? Well, all the working horses in Savannah, I think including the police horses, right, are kept in barns.
I mean, yeah, no, there is a police horse barn.
Right.
I think they have pasture as well. We've got the carriage company. We've got 3 pastures, like not rolling hills like Batman has now.
Right.
But they're enough for them to like kick up the heels and run around.
But like when they're working, they live in a stall. Like most working horses, like race horses and stuff like that. But I mean,
and they're box stalls. They're not standing stalls like they are. Like the Amish keep them in standing stall. Every Ohio barn that I've been into, they're standing stalls. They lay down, but
I'm really feeling that one. After just one glass, y'all. Maybe I need to build up my tolerance more.
Obviously, maybe this needs to be getting more.
But anyway, the carriage horses in Savannah and in Charleston, they are fed 2-3 times a day. It depends on the company. All the hay they can eat. Vet care, dentist, farrier, like I think those horses have a better medical plan than I do.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, I don't know who does historic, but Dr. Myron Zorba.
I don't know who that anymore. I don't work for any of the companies anymore. I used to do tours downtown. I was the blue-haired tour guide, drove my ponies. Mom, are you still watching? Because my mom even texted me. She was like, that was so sweet last time when you told me you loved me, Shale.
Oh, a standing stall. Rebecca says, what's a standing stall? It's basically a stall they're head in. They don't have any, like, it's not a big box stall. It's wide enough for them to walk into, and they're tied at the front, and they've got their hay and their feet up front, and they lay down in it, and they can get back up. They can't roll over, but they can lay down, and they stand and they eat, and they, a lot of the working horses up north, up in Ohio, Pennsylvania, and the Amish horses use standing stalls. I'd never encountered them until there was a lady from Ohio who has a barn in St. John, the Virgin Islands.
Mm-hmm.
There's
a lot of different ways to keep horses.
Yeah.
A lot of, yeah. Working horses in general are kept well because if they're not, it's kind of obvious. I mean, you know, you can't let an animal go out with that's obviously diseased and disgusting. Like some people want to know, they're like, he looks tired, he's got his head down. Well, that's where a horse naturally has his head. The ones that have their heads way up in the air are like scared of something and nervous about something. You know, people are like, oh, he looks tired. He's probably taking a nap. Horses take like 5-minute naps all the time. You know?
I try to do that.
I know. Well, I kind of do. I think I took a 5-minute nap a few minutes ago.
When you were getting a sip of water.
No, like just a minute ago when I was
okay.
All right. I need to oil a thing, don't I? I got all the pieces done. I can't believe it takes me this long when I'm drinking. It should not take me this long to take apart a bridle. I should be ashamed of myself. I should be ashamed of myself. Here's my oil that I spilled all over your We oil the leather. I really need to oil my boots, and I need to Gorilla Glue my Dublin boots because they're falling apart. Everything is so expensive that you like just glue and duct tape everything together as much as you can.
I need a new pair of boots.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna go with men's boots this time because my feet are so wide, and I feel like they'll probably hold up a little bit better. So boots always come apart the same spot. Just has to be not bad.
Time is it?
It's 11:05.
Oh, then we should be done in a minute anyway. One of the other things I wanted to address before we were done with the carriage horses was about them walking all day.
Oh yeah.
Like when people are like, oh, they're walking all day. It's so cruel to have them walk all day. Y'all, okay, for people who don't know horses, here's a newsflash. Here's what horses in the wild do all day long. They walk. They walk wherever the alpha mare tells them to go. Where they stop when she says stop, they go when she says go, they move, they go. But up to 16 hours a day, they walk. That's all they do. Walk, eating and farting and pooping all at the same time.
And not only that, it helps with digestion.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, that's why a lot of, I mean, there are so many varying opinions on what to do with horse colics, but, you know,
I was a digestive upset for people who don't.
Yes. But when a horse has a tummy ache, you walk them. And that is supposed to aid with digestion and hopefully kind of sort things out. And
walking is good for just about anything that's wrong with the horse. Just like with humans, anything that's wrong with you, you want to rest. You want to lay down and rest. It's kind of the opposite for a horse. Anything that's wrong with a horse, you need to get them walking. You get them walking around.
Unless
I mean, not everything.
Not a tendon issue, but like other than like tendons or like muscle.
Just not feeling good, you know, digestive upsets.
Yeah.
Just whatever. Walk around. Just you'll feel better. Walk it off. Walk it off. Walk it off. Okay, I'm oiling my bridle. My hands are all oily now. I'm feeling the alcohol. What else?
So put the fancy ball on the saddle. Hopefully this is gonna
We're supposed to do this all the time. Cleaning tack. I don't mind cleaning tack, but it's hard to get started. I'm like, no, I'll do that later. Aren't you? If you're a tack person, like, how often do you clean your tack? I guess it's a question for another time.
What warnings or advice would you give folks before they approach a carriage horse or driver? All right. So, say you're downtown, Savannah, any city, whatever. You see a horse, beautiful horse, majestic. You just want to go up to it and hug it and kiss it and squeeze it. Please just ask the driver.
Yes, ask the driver, talk to the driver, ask questions.
Sometimes they don't love being hugged and squeezed and kissed. Sometimes they don't like strangers, but they like their job. So we let them do it, and we tell people, not that one.
Yes, it's always good to ask the driver. Did I tell you the time when I was drunk in City Market and I kissed the carriage horse, and the driver was like so done with me?
No, you did not.
I thought I did.
Who'd you kiss?
I don't remember, but we were at City Market. I was with people, and this is when I wasn't working for a carriage company, and I was so drunk. I don't know. And I was in City Market, and I saw the horses, and I'm like, I want to kiss. And so I go up, and I keep. There's no horse on the nose. The driver is like, she bites. And I'm like, you don't know me. Like, I'm getting belligerent. I was one of those people. I'm so sorry for whoever was working that night.
Was it like recently since you?
No, this was years and years ago. But because I had worked with the carriage horses before, to be fair, the person watching the horse that night had no way of knowing that I was not just some other random drunk beehole in City Market. They had no idea that I knew to watch for horses biting. I know,
Yeah.
I was fine. I took responsibility for myself. They had no way of knowing that. But the driver was so irritated with me. You need to stand back, and I'm like, you don't know me. I didn't. Okay, we spent an hour this time, and I didn't even get one bridle done. I have to put it back together now. This is crazy.
I mean, to be fair, you did the bits too.
Yes, and I have to do the bits. Y'all, I think I need something else to do next time. I'm like done with bridles. I'll bring that big trail saddle next time. Look at that.
Bring the oil.
Yes, and I also need like the stirrup leathers. Oh, apparently Loki was so mad that we wouldn't let him be a part of Tack Chat that he just dropped a giant steamer in the litter box in the corner.
He is looking me straight in the eyes right now.
He is making uncomfortable eye contact with Adriana right now. Y'all. Well, I guess we should end our broadcast at some point. I know. If you have tuned in with us, thank you so much for being here with us with Tack Chat and like drinking with us and hanging out with us and asking us questions and stuff. Next time, if you have an idea for oh my God, that does stink. That's
terrible. It's really terrible. Just no cares whatsoever.
I'm trying to have a dignified outro to our thing, and all I can smell is crap.
Loki, we need a jingle. Please.
What's that smell? It's just Loki. Oh my God, wait. I gotta go get Loki. I need to. Loki needs a cameo.
He needs a cameo.
Yes.
What created the stench?
Yes. Even though nobody can smell it.
Thank you, we don't have that technology.
I know. Let's play What's That Smell with Loki. Everybody, this is Loki. And we got the big old Jordan. This has been Tack Chat. Loki, say hi to the people. Hi. Thank you for watching Tack Chat. Please join us next time when our topic will be something else.
Yes.
And we'll drink more, and we'll clean more tag, and we'll have a good time. Subscribe to our channel, follow us on Instagram. We'll probably get started. Facebook, yes, and Twitter. Oh my God. I'm trying so hard to be serious. I think we just need to end the broadcast. Wait. Broadcast. Thank you. I love you all. Bye.